Hey guys, welcome to the last lower bracket match between Buckets of Love and Team KMK. This will be the semi-final or the lower bracket final, whichever you want to call it. The winner will face Luker's Frag Pants next week in the grand final. I'm here with Rosh and Rob on camera.
Good evening, Australian schoolgirl.
Hey, how's it going, Rosh?
Pretty good. Had a nice long day of work, and I'm excited to be here in the lower bracket finals.
Fuck off.
And it looks like they're about to go live.
You know what? I'm tired of it too. It's every freaking match. Every time I have a match, I have somebody on my
Yeah, I
phone
believe
about it.
both
It's not my
teams
fucking
have
fault.
their
It's
five.
for fun, man. You
It's
can't
just a
force
matter
it
of getting everybody on the right team and then getting things started.
Yeah, so it looks like we'll have a 2-minute delay, and then we should be seeing what's happening.
15 minutes, and it's past 10. Are you shitting me? You want us to wait longer? No, we're living it in 1 minute. Wow. Watching the draft, live this shit. Hurry up. 15 minutes past the time.
It looks like
but, you know.
someone was a little late watching the draft.
Yes, I believe that's Lee, and seeing as he will probably carry his team to victory, I think they'll just let him do it. So Ozzy, I'm curious to get your thoughts here on the matchup. Who do you think has the advantage? How do you feel the map is slanted? And what do you think is going to happen here?
Well, honestly, with Team KMK, they have a very strong lineup. Some of their later picks, players like Avatar, Predecessor, Axe, are great players. It's just surprising that they were like 5th round, 4th round picks. On the other side, you have Bucket and Lee, who are probably some of the top players we have on TPG. So it's going to be really close in terms of skill level. In terms of map, I know Lee really likes this map.
That is all through my backups didn't respond.
I'm not sure about Kato, but it is played competitively, and Kato does play some competitive. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, I agree. Both teams are very skilled. I mean, they've both made it deep in the tournament here, and I think they have both been beaten by Frag Pants to be knocked in the lower bracket.
Yes, they have. Buckets of Love actually came closer, but KMK did play with 4 people. So I don't really know how close that game would have been if they had 5.
Yes, that definitely makes a big difference. And it looks like we are getting our LO3 going here, and I think we are live. So I see the terrorists moving into mid here. Gonna be an SA2. Working spiral. Wow, CT's super aggressive here. Down they go. 5 down. CT's only losing Kaido. It's a great opening round on CT side.
And that's that early aggression you're going to get from KMK. They do have Axe, Predecessor, Avatar, really aggressive and really good shooters.
Well, I know we have mentioned it before, but Avatar is one of those guys who is just a wild card type of player. When he's on, watch out, because he is good. But when he's not playing well, you know it. But there he goes, picking up 4. Can he get the ace?
I think they're falling back, so they gave it to him.
That was a quick 4 frags.
Rotating around.
And he gets it. Wow, okay. So Avatar is on tonight, and he's rubbing it in.
Lee's not impressed.
I agree, man. Mag 7 is brutal. It shoots so fast and can do so much damage.
Well, this round will be very important, actually, in my opinion. If they could get some picks at terrorists, it's going to really set back the CTs.
Yeah, interestingly enough, it looks like the T's were on a full save, except Sandwich Czar picked up a P90. Not sure if that was a miscommunication on his half or what happened, but it's not a good start here. 4 to go down, 5 go down, that's the round.
Yeah, I think that was some miscommunication. He just had $4 and he bought it. But let's see what they do right now.
Yeah, as you would expect, T's are buying. And I'm still not sure what kind of a setup they're using here. We haven't had a real slow play type of round. They've been quick action every time.
Yeah, and it looks like they don't have an op on the T side, surprisingly. It's a really good map if you have an op. Just pick stuff up. Oh, Nair gets a big kill on Bucket. I missed that. Kato just doing work middle, taking out Lee. Doing some damage on the Sandwich. Let's see what Korean can do right now. He's sneaking up behind him on SA2. T's are watching. Kato gets sandwiched through the boxes.
Oh no.
And J-Rat gets shot in the back by Avatar.
Yeah, this puts the T's in an interesting situation. I'm always confused how I want to play this round. You tried to buy, it didn't work out. Some of your players can full buy, some are stuck a little short. It looks like the T's are doing a mixed buy here. Tekken has bought out Lee, and some of his teammates have full saved, so I don't know what they're planning here. Looks like a rush towards Spiral. They're splitting it, long B.
Oh, and Avatar takes out Sandwich. Lee takes out Kato. That's a big pick. Avatar takes out Buck.
Counter-terrorists win.
Korean just cleans it up.
Yeah, wow. I am impressed. Buckets of Love are playing this so well. They're rotating quickly, and right now Buckets of Love have not done anything to convince them of doing otherwise. They haven't had anybody sitting back to kill rotators. They haven't run any type of fake at this point. I'd look for a little more misdirection here in the next couple rounds.
Well, the interesting thing is Avatar's on 10-0-1 right now, just tearing apart the T's right now.
Yeah, I think this is the best I've seen him play thus far in the tournament. He's had a few decent rounds, but never anything that he's really taken over.
He's trying to take A, but they just got shut down. Axe with 4 kills that round.
Yeah, I think the T's need to figure out a way to control mid here. Getting a pick in mid would really open up the map. Right now, the rotation is so fast. KMK is playing a few people in the mid area, and as soon as they see action at a site, they're just instantly rotating.
Looks like the T's are going to do a safe rush again. I don't know how well this is going to work out. They've tried rushing and has failed 6 times in a row.
Yeah, it's the same B split we've seen several times, and it's been dealt with easily every time. Here goes
Neron
Korean
gets the
picking up
pick
the
on
quick
Mega.
one.
And he gets taken out by Bucket. 4-4, they do get the bomb planet, so that's some good money that's going to come their way right now.
And a nice crossfire set up there on the entry. They just need to cover each other here as the CTs are starting to swarm the site. Down to 1-on-2. That's it. Avatar should get the defuse here. So that takes a 7-0. K-Money crew just taking it 2 Buckets of Love right now. If we look at the scoreboard, Avatar sitting on top 13-1. Axe helping out 9-0. On the side of Buckets of Love, it is not looking good for anybody. 2-7, 3-7, 2-7, 1-7, 0-7. That is just dismal.
Surprisingly, still no op out of the... Oh, actually, Bucket has the op. Okay, let's see what he could do. He's an SA2 with it. Moving towards mid. Can he get Kato right now? Oh, and he does pick up Kato. That's a big kill right there. Korean does take out Sandwich, though.
Well, the nice thing about this situation is that Buckets of Love have a little more mid control now. They have an op in mid. The CTs cannot just rotate as they please. That's going to make a big difference. Bucket's going to move on here, try to find another pick elsewhere.
Oh, Lee with a nice kill. But gets taken out by Axe. 3v3 situation right now. Right now, actually, because of the way the map is, it's an advantage for the Ts. Simply because the CTs need more manpower to hold on to A.
That was a big kill over at Kitty, though. Axe getting the better of Master Magus.
Don't push long
That would have been a
B.
big
There's
kill
no point.
had Magus gotten it. And Mr. Bucket caught here between a rock and a hard place. At this point, he should try to save his op.
Oh, and he loses the op too. And they don't even pick it up.
They honestly don't need to. They had three players sitting above 14k. CT side is rich right now.
That is true. Let's see what the terrorists can do this round. It's 8-0 to KMK right now. Looks like they're gonna do a more standard A slow play.
What I'd like to see out of Buckets of Love here is getting Mr. Bucket and Lee working in tandem like that. I think the two of them together can work picks all day, and that's really what they need to get in a favorable position.
I think for the first time in the whole game, they actually have the numbers advantage. It's 4v3 right now in their favor. It's looking pretty good for them.
Wow, Korean gets one through the smoke, just sprayed in it and got Bucket. Lee with a nice pick.
Looks like they do have A almost.
Yeah, making a move in towards A. Both CTs are here.
Avatar sitting in the smoke with 1 HP. He gets taken out by Sandwich. 1v2 right now, and Lee takes out Korean. That was a big round by Lee. T's needed that.
Yes, they definitely did. I mean, Lee is without a doubt one of the strongest players at TPG. Getting an op in his hands is going to be helpful.
Alright, looks like they're gonna stick with that slow play towards A. Which is actually the standard default on this map. I don't know why they were going towards B so much earlier on. Kato smoking that mid up. Very smart play by him. That'll waste some time. And Predecessor smoking up Kitty, so there's no spot to op. Very good defensive smokes. Korean pushes up, takes out Bucket on SA2. Nice pick. J-Rax watching.
Yeah, surprisingly, the CTs are creating more action in this map than the Ts are. The Ts are playing extremely passive, while the CTs are pushing up, getting in position, and working picks. It's an interesting switch around here. But with this round, there's 30 seconds left. Time for Tees to make a move. Looks like they're coming up Kitty, pushing into A site. They smoke off the mid ramp.
Honestly, the problem was those first few rounds they rushed. And they only have 16 seconds. They should really save that off. It's more valuable than the round right now. But he is surrounded and he goes down. Like I was saying, those first 4 rounds, they just tried rushing and it kinda played like a mind game towards them. And now they're kinda scared to go in and be a little aggressive, so they're playing so passive. And that's just working towards the favor of KMK.
Yeah, I agree. If they were a little more aggressive on T side, and getting Lee especially involved with getting a teammate with him that he can do trade kills and work picks, they just need to get something moving here.
Looks like they're doing a little fake or forcing them to over-rotate. Holding that sewer area next to B.
And I actually like this play. They need to do something a little different. Their standard default setup is not working. Their straight rushes are not working. It's time to get a little creative. Unfortunately, they were not able to draw enough attention or get an entry kill at B site, so there's no need for the CTs to rotate. They're content just to sit where they are and watch their entrances.
Axe is actually watching the sewer exit on A side, so they can't even go back to A right now. And Avatar is just right there on Spiral, just listening for footsteps. This is really good passive play from the CTs. And there's a rotation right now.
I honestly don't know what else to say. I mean, it's just quick cleanup work on the CT side. It seems like the pushes are not effective whatsoever for the Ts. They just cannot get kills and are not able to push into the site. I think we've had 2 bomb plants out of 11 rounds. Current score is 10-1.
Another thing is, it just seems like it's a lot of passive play, and then they just all rush in and die to one person. They're rushing Spiral again. It's a 2v4 right now for the CTs. Bucket does have an M4, but he gets taken up by Korean. Lee by himself, but he does only have a Glock and no armor. Let's see what he can do, and he gets taken out by Korean.
The T side calling for a map switch here. An interesting decision.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, surprisingly, we haven't seen some of the classic calls from the TPG server, such as a split on A or some sewers action. It's just been very standard play, and it's just not working.
Looks like Avatar and Korean's pushing up SA2. Lee's gonna be right there. Can he take him out? No, he gets taken down. J-Rack takes out Predecessor. Bucket taken out by Axe. 1v4 right now. What can J-Rack do? And he gets taken out by Axe. That makes it 12-1 in favor of the CTs. Buckets of love. We need some love for these guys right now. Come on.
Yeah, right now the K-Money crew doing work. Korean, Avatar, Axe carrying the team. 17, 16, and 16 frags respectively. On Buckets of Love, Lee is doing the most work. He's sitting at 9 and 12, but the scores are not looking great on the T side.
3v2 situation right now in favor of the T's. Let's see what they can do with it. Oh, 3v1 actually.
Right, and I like this a lot more. Lee was actually set up away from the rest of the team. He was able to kill people as they rotated. Buckets of Love was actually able to get enough pressure into A to force rotation. Lee was sitting over towards B site and just picked them off as they came across the map. That's the way you need to do it.
Just not on TPG, you'll get banned. Just saying.
Follow the call.
Well, it's 12-2, and this is going to be the last round of the half. D-Master called that CTs are going to run, and it looks like they're doing it. D-Master, you sneaky bitch, you know it.
Put ourselves in a 3v3 situation here, make that a 2v3. KMK with the personnel advantage here.
Jarek's stuck in between two CTs right now. Let's see what he can do. Sandwich actually got the bomb planted, and he takes out Predecessor. It's a 2v2 right now.
J-Rag's coming up behind Korean. This may actually work out for the T's. As long as he can play the bomb, he's in a great spot to do it. Sandwichzar actually sneaks out of the site.
J-Rag taken out. Sandwich is still there. Oh, he gets taken out.
Oh my, Buckets of Love cannot catch a break right now. They had a nice setup there, it's just Korean was in the right place at the right time. So that's a half. 13-2 in favor of K-Money Crew. Aussie, your thoughts?
Honestly, I did not expect it to be like this. I thought this would be a lot closer.
I
know
totally
we
agree
always
with you.
I know we always say if Avatar's on, it's going to be a snowball, but this is just, wow.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. Honestly, on my end of things, I actually expected Buckets of Love to take this. So, sitting at a 13-2 half, that is unexpected for me.
This crab walk all the way.
Yeah, dude, easy style.
For me personally, Mill is a map that I despise. I've just never enjoyed playing it, and I honestly don't know in a 5v5 competitive setup how T-sided or CT-sided the map is. From watching the first half, you would think that it's very CT-sided, but I guess we'll see what happens in half number 2.
Honestly, I don't think it's that CT-sided. I always find Mill to be one of those maps that's very balanced. It just depends on how you play it. And if Buckets of Love can play the way KMK did, this might be one of those games where it's a very CT-sided map. It just really depends on the teams.
Yeah, I mean, you would typically expect that more out of a map like Train or Cobble. I agree that I don't see this map being as CT-sided, but what a first half out of KMK. I'm just impressed.
Yeah, especially with Axe. I know Axe was one of those players before the draft tournament started that not many people knew him. But ever since it started, he's been one of those premier players, honestly, and he's been playing amazing.
Yeah, so J-Rag, I don't know if you saw the text message there, but the man with the lowest ping saying the server is choppy. On our end from GoTV, it looks pretty clean. J-Rag claiming that every shot has variance to it.
I don't know about that. He's got 12 ping to the server. That is actually pretty amazing. Oh, looks like they're going live right now.
Thank you, Australian.
Just this round over here is going to determine a lot. So Buckets of Love have to win this in my opinion, or else it's going to be so hard.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, Buckets of Love have to win the pistol round. If they don't, this entire match is essentially over. T's pushing up towards Spiral. J-Rag gets an early call.
B.
They actually did like a split, so that was actually pretty good.
And B.
They're in sight. They take out J-Rag. Lee takes out Axe. Predecessor with a kill on Bucket. That's a big one. Avatar with 2 kills. And now
Wow.
Savages are 1v4.
That's the power of the Glock for you.
Yeah,
Avatar got, honestly, what I would call a lucky headshot like on Lee. He's coming up the ladder and just happened to get 2 guys almost instantly with a one-shot headshot out of the Glock.
So that makes the score 14-2.
Yes,
This
that's
does
correct.
not look good for Buckets of Love at all.
Right now, yeah, I mean, they have to save this round, and then they're forced to buy every round no matter what. They have to win out.
Looks like they did save. They couldn't really afford anything. So they're kind of gambling this round. Let's see what they could do. Samet spots them going towards mid.
You coming up mid
Kato
right
takes
now.
out J-Rag.
Flashing
They're
in.
actually hitting A. Let's see what they could do.
A.
Magus takes out Kato. That's a big kill. Magus takes out Narok also. Avatar in a 1v2 right now. He just takes a nade to the face. He does have armor and a gun. He's got a Bison right there. Oh, and Lee with that 5-7.
Terrible.
Or the 5-9. I always forget what it's called.
I haven't played Go enough to know the names of half the guns, so that's okay. Just give it your best shot.
Yeah, I never used that pistol. P250 all the way. It looks like Kato and Korean are just rushing down middle. Taken out by Bucket real quick. Axe is right behind him. Taken out by Bucket. Bucket with 3 big kills before he gets taken out by Avatar. And J-Rack to clean up the other 2.
Nade.
Good.
Like,
So that was a
shot my
nice
nade
hold by
off.
Buckets of Love. The score right now, we're sitting at 13-4? No, 14-4.
14-4, yes. They just need another 13 rounds of just that.
Yeah.
Or 12 rounds of that.
Piece of cake. Get a
Alright,
good
looks
flash
like
share
they're
out of
gonna...
Bucket.
And Bucket takes 1 out before he gets taken out by Kato's Glock. 4v4 right now.
Some great play by Lee there, getting 2 quick picks. Sandwiches are sitting in sight. Stops the plant. Well done.
One's in connector.
Counter-terrorists win.
There you go.
Sam is just being sneaky with that Mag 7.
Uh-oh. Now Avatar complaining about the lag. J-Rag agrees. Still looks pretty smooth. Go TV.
Bucket takes a lot of damage, down to 9 HP already.
Yeah, that's a real bad trade. Now he pretty much cannot peek Spiral, which takes away a lot of the vision from CTs. He should really switch positions.
Inside.
Lee with 2 really fast picks. The bomb does get planted. Can he take out Avatar?
Why keep
Lee with a nice
peeking?
pick on Avatar.
Hide.
1v2, Axe is right in there.
No, that
Oh, and a fourth kill. That was a good right, Lee.
It certainly was. Lee has not given up. He will carry his team all the way back into this if they give him a chance.
So that makes it 14-6. Looks a lot better for Buckets of Love right now. Lee carrying the team at 9-1-1 right now. Looks like the T's are slowing it down a little bit. Trying to draw out all the nays before they make a move this time. Bucket playing a lot more passive this round also. Not peeking and going down to 9 HP.
Well, he's gotten the worst end of the trade 2 rounds in a row. I think he's a little afraid for his life right now.
Oh, and Lee gets taken out. Sandwich in a 1v1 situation right now. He can very much do this. And he takes it
How
off.
about that? Well done, Sandwich Czar. Can he find the op? Nope. Both sides doing okay on money. They should both be able to buy. T's may save due to predecessor being at 35. The rest of the team would be able to buy at this point.
Looks like they are going to save rush. Going towards SA2. Is it going to be another B rush or a spiral rush? Looks like they're doing a B split actually with a 3-2 going towards spiral. Bucket taking out Korean. That's a big pick. Nade to the face for Kato. He's going to chase down Samus. Samus jumps down. Kato jumping on Samus, taking him out. Kato in a 1v3 and a 1v4 and he gets taken out. That makes it 8-14 in favor of KMK still, but Buckets of Love.
Yeah, turning it on here on CT side. T's were able to buy this round. The last round, I mean, you expect to lose. And you see the Hulk here. The anger is coming out. Avatar just needs to keep himself under control. He's having the round of his life here.
Here's some kitty.
Again, Mr. Bucket gets the wrong side of the trade, going down to 43 health.
Come on, push up kitty with me.
And it looks like they're going to go for another A split real quick. Let's see how fast these can rotate. Lee with a pick on Kato. 3v3 situation right now. 2v2, 2v1 again for Samus. What can he do this time? Let's see. He does have the health advantage. He picks up Predecessor. Can he pick out Avatar?
Oh my. Nice shot from Avatar. That actually looked like a clean shot from Sandwich Czar. I'm surprised Avatar did not go down there.
Just a little bit of recoil from that last shot, which he took out Predecessor with. And Avatar just took advantage of that with that op. So this is game point for KMK. If they can take this, score is 15-8.
Correct. So Buckets of Love will have to win out to force an overtime situation here. I mean, their backs are definitely against the wall. It's a tough situation to be in.
Looks like Kato and Axe are pushing down mid again. Bucket's gonna see them. Megas takes on Kato. Predecessor takes on J-Rag. 2v3 situation right now. 2v2 in favor of... 2v1 right now in favor of the CTs. And Predecessor gets taken out.
That was a nice little bit of play. I think that was Sandwich Czar that chased down the man behind the box. That was well done. And the salt continues to flow from Avatar. He is not a happy camper now. The score is 15 to... Oh geez, math.
9.
15 to 9, thank you, sir. Math is hard.
And I think my game just froze.
Well, that's no good. I will take it from here. Got Sandwich Czar looking down Spiral, headed up in the B site.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay, CT's just doing their normal spread here. T's doing the same, working up to A site. I like the mollies that CTs have been using. They've put them in good spots at the right time, just really slowing down the rushes or forcing the T's to run through them for a lot of damage.
Listen, the T's are doing a 5-man Katie rush this time. They do take out 3 of the CTs. Lee takes out Korean, that's a very big pick right there. Lee takes out Predecessor. 2v2 situation with Sandwich and Lee in a good position right now.
And I think they know Avatar is there at the bomb. It's just a matter of finding Axe. Good pick from Sandwich. Now it's just Lee can cover Sandwich as he defuses.
Oh, Sandwich with another clutch!
He is playing so well. I did not expect that out of him.
That makes it 15 to 10. This is becoming a close game right now.
I mean, that was just a nice play from Sandwich Czar again. He is really playing well. He's sitting at 9 and 3. Mr. Bucket 12 and 8. Lee on top of the scoreboard for CTs at 14-5. Avatar still carrying his team 9-8. Predecessor 8-9. And T's really pushing up Spiral.
Counter-terrorists win.
Wow, 15-11. We have got ourselves a game here. Just a few more rounds and we will be headed to overtime. Both sides are buying. At this point, the money is actually getting a little tight on CT side. They've been buying every round they've had to. And with their occasional deaths, the money just adds up. You don't make as much as you spend. Again, the T's pushing into B site. Sandwich Czar gets the spot out. Bucket gets the better of Korean. Here they come into B site. Kaido taking out Sandwich Czar as the rest of the T's pour into site. Mr. Bucket
with 2 big picks right there. 2v3 in favor of the CTs.
Yes, and Lee doing the right thing here, being patient, waiting for his teammates.
Jirak taking out Avatar, good trade kill, and Kato taking out. And that makes it 12 to 15.
So, surprisingly, money is becoming an issue again for the CTs. They got enough that round because of the round win and the defusal. But if Master Magus would die this round, I don't think he would have enough to buy.
Well, if they win this round and if they can secure the op, I think they could drop 2 guns and have enough.
So at this point, KMK, I mean, they've been trying a lot of different things. They're trying a really aggressive pushes into B. They've been trying to slow play A, trying to work picks, trying to be a little tricky, and the CTs have just had an answer every time. Honestly, it's just a complete reversal of the first half. CTs are just outgunning the Ts.
Well, like I said, this is one of those maps that just depends on the teams and just goes either very CT or very T-sided. The CT's being very patient right now.
Me.
Let's see if Bucket can hear them rotating. Samus falling back. He knows there's a bunch of T's coming his way. Let's see what he can do. He gets some damage on Predecessor. The T's forcing the B, but none of the CTs are down yet. Let's see what the CTs can do. Samus takes out Axe. 2v4 situation right now. 1v4 for J-Rag.
The bomb is down. The Cinderella story may be over. I think Predecessor knows where he's at.
Do we have no one in long view? Or just
That's going to do it. KMK takes it at 16 to 13? 16-12? Oh,
16 to 12.
But wow, what a comeback. That was actually a very exciting game. From the start, it did not seem like it would end up like this, so I'm glad that we got a close match there in the end.
Yeah, but it was still a very exciting game, and yeah, so that means that KMK will face Frag Pants in the final next week. So
Yeah.
good luck to both teams, and let's see who wins.
Yeah, congratulations to KMK on making the finals. Really good play from both teams here. Each team had players that stepped up and really helped to carry the weight of the team at different points throughout the match. So they can both be proud of how they played. Definitely was not a wash. But I am Roush, and I will hand it over to Aussie to get things all signed out for us tonight.
Alright, and this is Australian Schoolgirl, and we'll see you guys next week then.